in order to fulfill your destiny, you have to forget about yourself. In order to find yourself, you have to lose yourself. I'm a remix a famous artist Eminem quote in one of his songs that says, "You got to lose yourself in the mission the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to grow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime." And the truth is in the words. Like, you have to lose yourself in anything that you put yourself in. And the reason why is because it takes something way deeper than just a desire, a want. It takes a will. It takes an inner strength. It takes something that not many people are willing to give, and that's forgetting about themselves, sacrificing themselves. We had Jesus die on the cross for something that he believed that was going to be bigger than him, which is the world. And he gave the ultimate sacrifice. So did Martin Luther King, and so did a lot of other great leaders in the world. And that just shows you how big of a sacrifice you have to be willing to make in order to change, and in order to impact, in order to shift something. A huge thing about losing yourself is that everything outside of you matters again. The people that are outside of who you are in your family, those people matter now. When you only focus on your family and you only focus on yourself, you only willing to do certain things. You're only willing to survive. You're only willing to get there because you'll be good. Your family will be good. But when you take that responsibility of actually putting the world into your hands and putting the world on your back and on your shoulders, you have to expand wider than you could ever even have imagined. That's the scary part. And that's why there's limited leaders, and there's limited people willing to make an impact, because the sacrifices is so huge. But the opportunity, the reward that you get from that is to be remembered forever. That's how you create your legacy. Forget about yourself and fulfill your destiny. Lose yourself to find yourself, to find your meaning. Because if you can't lose yourself, if something's not lost, it can't be found. If there was never dark, then there would never be light. The two coexist. So once you start to understand that, and you start to and open your mind and be willing to make those certain sacrifices, the world is yours. You can do anything. You can have anything. You can move anything. And that's our mission. Like, what other reason are you here on earth but to live for the world? You can live for yourself, and you can live for your immediate family, which most people do. It's a typical thing to just survive, to make sure that you're good, to pay your rent, to get enough food so that you can eat, to make sure that your family is taken care of. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But for you to say that you want to be something more than what you are right now, for you to say that you want something, that you want to make an impact on this earth, that you don't want to be regular, like I said in all my other podcasts, this is not a podcast for the average. Tune out. If you want to be average, this is not for you. This is for people who want to change the world. This is for people who want to make an impact. A person that wants to shift something. A person that wants to make a splash on this earth that no one ever is going to forget. So, selflessness is the key to being who you want to be. Why is selflessness the key? Because business, motivation, leadership, all comes with being able to give value in order to receive value. It's not receive value to give value. It's not receive to give. It's give and you shall receive. Give value and you shall receive value. And rather that value comes full circle, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're on this earth and you giving something more than what you've been handed, you'll always be on your path to your glory, a path to your success. It's a huge, huge sacrifice. And you got to be willing to make it. Are you willing to make it? Ask yourself that today. Before you move forward, ask yourself today, are you willing to make that sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself, your life, your wants in order to make an impact, in order to make a change? Or is it all about you? Is it all about what's around you? Is it all about what you can see? Most people get stuck in that mindset is it's all about what I can see. What only thing that's real is what I can see and touch that's in front of me. So they never reach higher. If the person that made your iPhone or made your cell phone never thought, hey, what if I can speak to someone across the world without being near them? What if I can see someone that's not in the room with me? If a person never made that or even could fathom that or even saw that in his own mind and imagined it and said, you know what, you can do it. But you got to take yourself out of reach, because the world has to be able to do it. You have to be able to make that to where everyone gets that value. The world gets that value more than just the people that's in front of you, more than just you, more than just the person that you see in the mirror. You got to be willing to give your all. You got to be willing to sacrifice your life today. Make a choice. Start now. Let's get it.